Hola.
Bonjour.
Konnichiwa. Isn't that one?
Wait, I want to think of more. Aloha.
Ah, Alvidase.
What's that? Is that German?
I think so, or Austrian. Watch it be a bad word. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I believe
Okay.
I think on Wayne's World they said that. I
Oh my
think.
God. That's very
So
90s of you,
it
which
was.
is perfect. So, welcome to Totally 90s Podcasts, everyone. Woo,
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 woo.
woo, woo, woo.
Welcome. Hi, Steph. How are
Hey,
you?
Neen. I'm doing fabulous because I'm chilling with you. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. It is Friday.
It is Friday, which means that a brand spanking new episode of Fridays with Neen just dropped today.
It did.
It
It
did. It
did.
was a good one. You guys, if you did not tune in yet, there is still time. And there will always be time because we will, it'll always be out there. But it was a really, really good, raw, thoughtful episode. So, again, Neen, my hat's off to you.
Oh,
Amazing.
thank you. Yeah, it's funny, like when you're in the moment of talking, or like when we're doing a show, like sometimes, and we've done this already, where we
What?
talk a lot or do
we,
whatever,
we
and then
just
we're
chopped it up
after.
for half an hour.
But then I'm like, okay, did we talk too much? But no, actually, it was really good flow, and I really enjoyed it.
I
So
do too. I
yeah,
really like where our banter, like it eventually leads us to why we're here. So
yes, exactly. No, for sure. And I just, yeah, we have a good rapport, if I shall say so myself.
I mean, we've always had a good rapport, like
Right? No,
from
and you know
day
what? I got
one.
really teary-eyed when I made that little clip for us.
I sobbed like a baby. And I apologize because Instagram cut off the top and the bottom when I posted it on the post,
Oh
but
yeah,
I
I
put
hate
it,
that
I
crap.
hate that because you have to make it fit. But then on the
Mhm.
story, everyone got to see your beautiful words. And I sent it to Angel last night. I gave her a sneak preview when he sent it to me. And I said, look what she made. Look at the sadness in our eyes. You could totally tell, like our
Oh,
eyes gave it away.
completely. Mhm.
Yeah. And it's
It
just so
was.
raw.
It is, but I think that's the one thing about pictures, and I'm sure, and I know you agree with me, is that it's nice to look back on photos like that or moments because it shows so much growth in us.
Yeah, it
I
really
mean, a lot
does.
transpired on that trip, you know? I mean, from craziness, and unfortunate happenings with our friend, but also I freaking slept on a tick.
You no bed bug.
Oh, that's right, a bed bug. And I
At
said
like,
I said tick. Just making
yeah.
sure because it sounded like that other word I don't like.
Oh yeah. Ew. No, and remember, and then we that was at the Silver Legacy, the fanciest, swinkiest hotel in Reno. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, see, and you know what's funny is that when we woke up, I had a feeling there was a bed bug in there. And I
Why?
didn't know, obviously. I mean, why would I think that? But it was weird how I wore like my clothes and not like my pajamas. I was
Oh
literally
yeah.
fully clothed that night. And when I rolled over, I was sleeping with someone, and it was a damn bed bug.
Man, did we drink
Gosh,
a lot that weekend.
we sure did. We drank a lot.
You know what we need to do, Neen? We need to recreate that trip with Tony and Angel.
We do. I would love that.
I want a good memory. Does Tony, first of all, Tony knows how to do everything. So I'll answer my own question.
Oh,
Tony
wait, hold on real
skis.
quick.
Okay.
No, Tony doesn't ski.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so. No, he don't do anything like, but real quick, because everybody, Stephanie has a new microphone. So I just wanted to tell you, Steph, make sure you're a little bit further back
Oh,
because
sorry.
oh no, it's okay. Because I know you're probably used to it, but you'll see it's not bad or anything, but
Uh,
it may be a little bit more muffled when you're closer. So when you're like that, you
okay.
sound perfect.
Like right here?
Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
It's all hit or miss, so we're all good. Everything's fine. But Tony
Uh,
does not ski
oh
at all.
man.
But I'm
Okay.
sure he would be up to it
I
if,
feel like him and Angel could ski and you and I could chill with some like hot toddies or some
oh,
Irish coffees in the lodge
I would
somewhere.
love that. I would love that because I don't do Tahoe,
Yeah.
but I do Reno,
Hmm.
and I don't know, something so like fantastically tacky about, and I don't want to call it
Right?
tacky, but because it's older and it's just like vintage.
Yeah. I
Maybe
guess
that's
there's
a
no
better word.
skiing in Reno. You're right. It's Tahoe. But
Right.
let's then screw it. Let's go. I want to go back to the club aura.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Dang. That, yeah, that was fun. Oh my gosh, people, we had a good time, and we drank a lot when people called me to make sure we were okay.
Oh my
My coworkers.
God. Oh my God.
uh
Oh, that was
yeah.
good. My
We
liver hurts.
yeah, we got a little messy that night. But speaking of messy, what's up
Oh,
with Brittany?
okay. So I saw the video footage of what happened today, actually. So
Mhm.
basically, she was at a Spurs game, I want to say, a basketball game. And
Mhm.
but that's the way they made it sound in articles was that she was at the game and
Mhm.
tapped the guy on the shoulder.
Uh-huh.
But the footage shows she's running after the player it looks like a hotel lobby or
Mhm.
something like that. And when she went to tap, security turns around and backhands her on the face.
Oh no. I
Yeah,
mean, even if it wasn't Brittany, is that something he would do to a fan?
I guess so.
Wow.
Isn't that
Okay.
disgusting? And it's not like she was like yelling slurs or cussing at him or anything.
No, and who the hell is this guy? Is he someone famous? Because I've never heard from.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I don't
Yeah.
follow, but
I
he's
don't know
not like
why she
LeBron.
ran. No, 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 not at all. And I don't even know why she followed him. He's this 19-year-old kid. And I guess she noticed him and wanted to like say congratulations. I don't know
Hmm.
what. But she filed a police report as she should. You could tell like in the video, she was like,
Yes.
whoa, like it was a hard hit.
Uh-huh.
It was
Yeah.
it was bad to watch,
Oh
actually.
my
I was like,
God. No
ooh,
way. To where you could
yeah.
actually see it, like
Her
her. Like,
head go, yeah.
yes. Oh
Mhm.
no. I hope she's gonna press
I
charges.
hope so too. I hope so too.
Wow. I mean, did the guy even know he had hit Britney Spears?
He does now.
Dang, that's horrible. I mean,
Yeah.
and what's so sad is like I was like reading some of the things she was saying, and it just seems like I don't want to say she downplayed what happened, but she's like, I'm not a stranger to trauma.
Yeah.
Okay, but yes, Brittany, but you don't deserve that. Like I feel kind of like and that's why I say I hope she presses charges, because I could see her not pressing charges because of how nice she is and just being like, it's okay, I forgive you. It was a mistake,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't do that. Like I don't care
No.
if you're Brittany or, Sally, Johansson from, Tallahassee. Like you don't do that, right?
Exactly.
That's not okay. Like, what if that was a little kid?
I it
Ugh.
could have been. It could have been. It's disgusting. The news has been popping off. Have you been following this isn't 90s,
Mhm.
but have you been following the Colleen Ballinger slash Miranda Sings drama
Mm.
that's all over the place?
Is she the one that was doing the Beyonce?
Yeah.
Ugh.
But that's not even it. Uh, it's just more stuff is popping up. So
Mhm.
she's this woman that got famous on YouTube. She's an quote unquote influencer.
Yes.
She created this persona called Miranda Sings, where she's just this woman that is kind of wacky, kooky, and she's got red lipstick smeared all over her face, and she
Mhm.
talks weird. And she says that it's not based on anyone, this character, but actually people came out and said it's based off of her cousin who suffers from like a disability. So number one. Two,
Are you serious right now?
oh, it gets worse, Neen. You can go down a quote unquote rabbit hole with this one because I am deep in it. Deep. So
Oh my
basically,
gosh.
in a nutshell, she this girl came out and said that she had gone to a show. So she does tours. She even had a Netflix show, okay, of this character. Super
Wow.
inappropriate.
And this
But
all started from social media?
yeah, from
Like,
YouTube.
wow.
So like
Okay.
Netflix did a show for her. She started going on tour. Lots of her fans are kids. So if they're kids, that means parents are there, right?
Yes,
Okay. So
exactly.
let's remember that. But basically she would be inviting kids up on stage and talk, if they're like an 8-year-old boy, like, oh, we're on a date right now. What do we do on dates? You want to give me a kiss? Oh, I'm hungry. And she reaches into her pants and pulls out like cheese puffs or something, and then she indicates with her pelvis, you want to grab some chips or stuff like that. And then recently she got a girl on stage when she was 16 and had her come up on stage, had her lay down, grabbed her ankles and spread her legs and made like a fart noise come out while she did that. The thing is that she wasn't wearing pants. She was wearing like a romper, so you could see everything. Like her legs were spread so far, and she was mortified in front of like thousands of people. And that's just the
Oh
tip
my
of the iceberg.
God.
She has a she references her uncle a lot when she's in this character. Like, oh, my uncle, like he came into my room last night again and we played, tickle wars. And like, so she alludes to like,
Oh my gosh.
inappropriateness. And this character, the uncle, is on the Netflix show. Yeah.
Yes, I read that.
Yeah. And it's like, she has like this saddle that she got and she called it a daddy saddle and she made her uncle wear it, her quote unquote uncle. It's just,
Okay.
you need to, yes, I'm gonna
So
send you
wait,
an
so has
account.
she been canceled or is she in the
Oh,
process?
so
Because I keep
when
seeing her name all over.
yeah, so was she was told, I'm sure, by her PR not to say anything, because all this stuff started coming out because this young kid in Ireland was a fan when he was a little boy, and then she started basically making him work for her for free until he was like older, and then he got tired of it because she tried to like ice him out, so he started dropping receipts. So that started happening, and then the
Wow.
girl whose legs were spread in front of everyone, she made a TikTok and showed the video and showed how uncomfortable she was and talked how it affected her. So
Oh my
so
God.
Colleen was quiet for a while, but
Mm-hmm.
then she released a 10-minute song of her on a ukulele,
Oh, okay.
10 minutes long, where she does not take accountability for anything. She says that everyone's trying to do it for clout. And the song is called The Toxic Gossip Train. And I have it running in my head right now, that song. Na, 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 na. Like, oh my God.
You're
I
like,
can't
it's
stop.
catchy, but
Yeah, I cannot stop
oh my
what this
gosh.
mess. So when you have time, I'm gonna send you the influencer I think she's on part 16 now because things keep
Holy
coming
shit.
out. You
Yes,
need to
please
watch it
send that
all.
to me because I Googled her. Specifically remember Googling her when it came out about the uncle being on her Netflix. I remember that distinctively. And this was a couple weeks ago, maybe even a month ago. But I was like so confused. I knew she was an influencer, and I know I even probably looked her up on TikTok because I was like, she looked like another influencer that I had seen randomly. And I was like, oh man, but there was so much stuff out there about her. And I was just like,
Right.
okay, I ain't got time for this right now because I was working. So I was just like, and I was gonna go back to it because there was a lot of controversy.
No, and then Trisha Paytas or whatever, she and her had a podcast together or
Hmm.
plans to do it.
Hmm.
And it came out that Colleen was sharing videos from Trisha's OnlyFans account with her underage friends on text. Like she has a group chat with underage fans
Wow.
and she's sharing. So now that's, what is that called? Porn. No, what is that called? There's a law where you can't show.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, it's like what fans, yeah, that OnlyFans has. Like you're
yeah,
not
but
supposed to steal, like what is that called? I know
like
what you mean.
remember when Rob Kardashian and Black China were going through it and he shared like
Hmm.
some stuff and he could have gotten
Yes,
to jail for that.
exactly. Like see fans, because that's good to know.
Hmm.
Um, okay, let's see what it says here. Da, da, da. Mm, huh. It doesn't really, but I know what you mean because you can't. It's basically illegal.
Hmm.
You cannot share content at all. It says that all content posted on OnlyFans can only be downloaded by fans for non-commercial use.
Exactly.
Whew. But see, people are dumb. I mean, and you know what? And that's the thing is like, honestly, like we could be having a conversation on the phone or even
Mm-hmm.
right now. I mean, I think it's different with Zoom because it'll tell you when you're being recorded.
Yes.
But like on your phone, I could screen record
Mm-hmm.
things. So I could be talking to someone on the phone and they would have no clue that we're recording. It's on my end, I'm recording it. You
Right.
know, there and that's tricky. Imagine I know there's laws even in court in regard to like child custody things and things that are admissible. Is that the right word? In court, like things that are allowed in court to be used as evidence. Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's a lot of people press and record on things,
Oh
and I mean it's
yeah.
convenient for some, but some you can't use if you don't have the other person's permission.
Consent. Yeah.
And it's just like she's messy though, and man, you could go down a big time rabbit hole with that. Her rabbit hole is huge.
I mean, there's almost 1,000 videos on YouTube, and another TikTok account. This poor girl actually went and watched every single YouTube video that she put out for purposes of her research.
Wow, see?
And she's like, I'm traumatized right now. And also, but now I
Hmm.
feel like now the parents are going to start coming out like, wait, my kid's traumatized. And because now everyone's shitting all over her, rightfully so.
Yeah, but
But
yet you
like,
were at
where
the
were
show when
you?
you saw
Uh-huh.
these things or heard
Exactly.
these things.
Exactly.
No, thank you.
Whew.
And that's the thing is like definitely someone like her should be canceled. Like in that, it's obvious. Like only the tidbits that you've told me, I'm already like so
Especially
inappropriate.
as a mom. I
Yeah.
can't, like, oh my God, she
Mm-mm.
is like a far cry from Miss Rachel, who I don't even have a toddler. And I'm a huge fan of Miss Rachel. Like, I
Yeah, I
absolutely
remember you
love
saying
her.
so. Exactly.
It's a
Yeah.
complete opposite.
Man, there's a lot of stuff going on in this world, and it's just not pretty,
Mm-mm.
you
Couldn't have said
know?
it better myself. But yeah, that's what I've been obsessing the whole month of June when all this went down. That's what I've been like, oh my God, more and more shit. And then the Beyonce, like, oh God, it was just bad.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, yes. So wait, real quick with Beyonce, because that's kind of like, that's R&B, um, pop, whatever you want to call it. But did she cancel her tour? Was it? I
Oh,
heard
I thought
she.
I saw that she didn't go to why do I want to say Philadelphia?
Hmm. They were saying that there was like rumors or speculation about her not having enough ticket sales, and
No
I find that very
way.
hard to believe.
I mean, maybe because they're so flippin' yeah,
Hmm.
Pittsburgh. It was Pittsburgh. But oh, and the mayor is deeply disappointed. But like, I don't know why, because every week I get this little, maybe I'll find a ticket.
Right.
Like I've seen her already, so that's fine.
Hmm.
But like the nosebleeds are 800 plus, and I'm like,
Hmm.
I want to like go on a trip instead. So
Yeah.
yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe.
I don't know. See, that's really sad when it's that much for nosebleeds. Come on. And, do you think the stars have something to do with that? Or do you think it's solely, these are the venues they play in and that's what it is?
I think it's a little bit of both, because here's the thing. I think that Beyonce and Taylor Swift, I love them, and Pink. Like I wanted to take Angel to see Pink at the Chase Center.
Hmm.
What the fuck? Nosebleeds are $700 to $800 too for her, and I know Pink is like this. She's a mom, and I don't think
Right.
she would be like nosebleeds are 700. I think it's the
Hmm.
Ticketmaster fees. I think
Hmm.
it's also the set. The
Hmm.
number of people that she's got to employ, lighting, like you got to think about all of that too.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm sure if you remove the Ticketmaster fees, it'll be a little bit, maybe
Oh,
go
yeah.
down some, but
Hmm.
like, yeah, they got to pay people too, and they're big names. So like the bigger, the more expensive. Although I'm very shocked that Pink's up there with Beyonce.
Yeah, same here. And I think too that back in our day,
Oh yeah.
in the 90s, artists got paid big time, from uh CD sales, memorabilia, like there's so many things, like the amount of times it was played on the radio, I don't know. But now they say that a lot of stars barely make any money off of just making music and it being streamed, right? They make their money from touring.
Mm-hmm.
So if the costs go down back to how much it was in the 90s, they'd be looking like you and I. You know,
Precisely.
they'd be, they wouldn't be making the kind of money that they are. So you're right. I do think it's a mixture of both. I mean, times change, inflation, the dollar ain't as cheap as it was before, just like gas, everything goes up.
Damn, you said it, Neen. Inflation. For
Yeah, because
real.
inflation freaking sucks. I'm tired of going to the grocery store and buying three things and it being over $100. Just saying. And I wonder, is
Hmm.
it like that in Middle America, in East Coast, Southwest? I mean, because over here in California, it is horrifying how
It
expensive stuff is.
it really is. I think it's might be slightly cheaper, but not by much. But we do live
Yeah.
in an expensive ass state. Shit.
Yeah, we do. Although I will say, I was talking to a friend of mine, and her parents are here, and I asked if there's inflation over there in their country, and it is. She says all the prices, like, of course, a lot of their goods come from the US, so those come with a higher cost. And I'm like, wow, there's no escaping it. There really
No,
isn't. It's sad.
it's
So
the
real
times.
quick before we, flow right into our next, our continuation from our last discussion about the bigamy thing that we were talking about in my, talks with Nee,
Yes.
or whatever. What was it called? Fridays with Nee. I was talking to my friend that I work with, and she was saying that, because I asked her again about it, right? Because I was reading up on it. And she says, no, it's still in the Philippines. So the whole thing was, and you had brought up the question about bigamy.
Hmm.
And I guess the thing is, and I read up on it, it says something about the fact that when someone from the Philippines, because it's one of the only nations that don't allow divorce, the only thing that they have is like an annulment, and that could take anywhere between like 10 and 15 years. But if someone leaves the country and goes to like the US or Europe or whatever, and they file for divorce here, then it can be applied to their, status, their marriage status in the Philippines. So they've worked out something because of all the issues that they were running into. So she said it was somewhere, she wants to say it was maybe before 2020 that this had happened, but for a while there was a lot of things that were going on because of that, because people, people were coming over and they were moving here and they still were married, and then they meet someone else and, hi, I still have a wife and kids. It's tricky and it's hard because, it is a different country, but they had to do something, she said. And I read, and it was verified that there is ways around it. It's just very, very complicated. So I just wanted to clarify that. I mean, we pretty much said that, but it's hard to
Yeah.
believe that that's kind of still a thing, but it is.
You would think that they would just enact divorce. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, put that 6 months
Yeah.
later, you're done. How is that any different?
Right. And not to say that Muslims, like, I would think like the Muslim religion would actually be harder to
Hmm.
divorce, right? Within that religion, but they have their own laws over there too, and they allow divorce. So I'm like, wow, that's insane. I mean, so anyways, I just wanted to clarify that just in
Thank
case
you.
there was any confusion or anything about what we had said, but I don't think so. But I read up a little bit more and I asked her and she goes, no, I think there is, but it's just, uh, I don't know. See how lucky we are though, being in the US, because
Ooh,
I mean, I'm sure we've heard things, even, just being in California. Because
yeah,
California, I know in other states, it takes longer sometimes to divorce. It's not over here. We have it pretty easy.
we do. We really do. And not to say that our religion doesn't mean any,
Right.
less to us here just because we allow
Right.
it, but to each
Exactly.
their own, I
Yeah,
guess.
for real. But that being said, let's talk about some more R&B stuff.
Oh man. Can we just kick things off? Can we kick it off with TLC?
Ah, please, because they're number one on my list.
Right. I mean,
Hello.
first of all, I know you're going to talk about the note and my nickname.
Yes.
But before
Yes.
we do
Okay,
that,
go ahead.
just in case anyone's like, who's TLC? First of all, go educate yourself. But here's a little overview. TLC was a trio that was formed in 1990. How perfect is that? In
Yeah.
Atlanta, Georgia. And their lineup consisted of Lisa Left Eye Lopez, which was the rapper, the cute voice,
Mm-hmm.
Chili, which is Rosonda Chili Thomas. She was the sexy, sensual one
Mm-hmm.
that's currently dating Matthew Lawrence. And I'm
Okay,
so
I
for
love
it.
it. I'm
I love
so
it
there
too.
for it. Ugh.
Also, can we talk about the fact that she looks the same?
Yeah. Who was she talking to? I saw an interview with her and they were like, "Do you ever age?" And
She
she's
does
like,
not
and she's so cute, so adorable, stunning, beautiful. She hasn't aged, like
at
literally.
all. At all.
Like if
She
anything,
looks
she's
the
gone
same.
back in time.
She's amazing.
Mhm.
Oh my God, she's amazing. And of course, I saved the best for last.
Yes, of
Tion
course.
T-Boz Watkins, who was the deeper voice, the really cool one. She was the cool one in TLC because TLC stands
Yes.
for wait,
Isn't it
what?
isn't it all of their
Yeah,
initials?
T-Boz. Thank you, God. But I was thinking about like sorry, I was confusing it with their second album, Crazy, Sexy, Cool.
Oh, okay.
Crazy, Left Eye, Sexy, Chilly,
Hmm.
Cool
Cool.
was
T-Boz.
T-Boz.
Hmm.
And I loved her so
Yes,
much
you did.
so that I wanted to have my nickname be T-Boz in high school.
Yes, it was. Okay, so I'll explain that and you can explain the note. So when I first
Oh God, I'm gonna crawl
met
under a rock.
Steph, Steph had a friend from grammar school and it was so funny because they, would refer to each other as Steph was T-Boz and
Oh my
her
God.
friend was named Chili. Like
Chilly.
and and it was funny because I think you even kind of did your hair like her where
No.
no, well, you had your hair back and you would have the two.
Oh, but that was also the
Yes,
90s.
it was, but I want to say that it was kind of inspired
Oh,
by T-Boz.
okay.
Okay. And you know how we used to like call on the voicemails and like
Oh my
hack
God.
people's
Shit.
voicemails?
Remember
Steph used to be
that?
like, "Hey, hey, what's up? It's me, T-Boz." Da, 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 da. Oh
My
my
soul has
gosh.
left my body with that admission.
Gosh, I wish I could go back in time. You know what? If I had a superpower, it would be to go back in time so I could just grab all these memories and bring them back to 2023 so we could present them on our podcast because they are freaking epic.
I would bring back when you were all, do I have anything in my teeth? Your
You can tell
face.
I'm not. Yeah, I would bring back us going
Oh no.
to Mervin's and buying my boots. And when you said, "Can I have them?" I'd be like, "No," because I've heard from 2020 the future called and they said, "Don't take them because she ain't gonna give them back to you." And my SF State sweatshirt. Just saying.
Oh my God. I'm gonna go to SF State and buy you a SF State sweatshirt because I feel like I'm gonna go straight to hell for that one.
But
That
you
one
know
and your
what?
Adidas jacket.
It's okay. It's okay. Because you know why? Actually, I joke about it. But you know what? I've always wanted like a best friend, and I got it that we could share clothes and stuff. I just thought that
Pull
was
your
so
shoes.
cool, even though, it was those boots were amazing.
Oh, well, you know what I saw the other day, speaking of those sounds, was clogs at Ross. And
Oh,
had they had your size, I would have gotten them for you because you would have understood just by the sound alone. And they were brown leather, just like those
oh,
boots.
stop
Oh,
it.
oh,
Nothing like a good clog.
amen. I'm glad they're
Right?
back.
Same here. I'm glad the style from the 90s are coming back. I mean, there's some things that I hope don't,
Yeah,
like the really like baggy, overgrown, like rock, like, those skater thing.
yeah,
Wasn't really
ew.
down with that. But yeah, like the flare jean, because Steph was looking
Yeah.
fly on this past weekend in her flare jean and Barbie shirt.
I
Okay.
love my new flare jeans from Old Navy.
Oh, love it. Oh my God.
I
And they're the
finally
perfect length.
I finally went and just
Oh,
because I hate
fantastic.
trying on jeans. And I was
Yes.
like, let me just do this. And I'm glad I did. And speaking of styles from the 90s, I loved TLC style. Like, I
Mm,
loved, first of all, they had the perfect little figure. So the
they
style
sure
is
did.
baggy ass pants with a
Mhm.
flannel tied around the waist,
Mhm.
teeny tiny little crop top or like a bra top, and like
Mhm.
just swag. And they were very much just, they were so beautiful to look at. And their videos were amazing with
Mhm.
just, again, their coolness dripping out of it. I miss videos and their choreography, because they did choreography, you know,
Mhm. Oh yeah.
don't go chasing
Mhm.
one, or creep, like all
Mhm.
of those. And they were just there. I loved them together. And it's sad that they had to, like their group ended after
Mhm.
a long period. They were
Yeah.
together for a long time, but then Left Eye wanted to do her own thing,
Mhm.
you know. So after like a couple albums, they did that. You remember the one with No Scrubs?
Mhm.
They did
Yes.
that album as like sort of, here you go, because she wanted to do
Right.
more
To
like
accommodate her.
yeah, to do like a space type feel and more
Yeah, like
hip hop and stuff like,
futuristic and
yeah. And you know
yeah.
what? No Scrubs, I think, could very well be their most popular song. I mean, it's
Mhm.
hard to say because Waterfalls is played everywhere. Like
Yes.
it's not just, you know, on like Wild 94.9 or KMEL. It's also Coit and easy
Oh,
listening
completely.
stations.
Yeah.
So
And the message behind that one was amazing. Like it was very it was like one of those songs that are timeless. You know,
mhm.
it's like the Michael Jackson song We Are the not We Are kind of like We Are the World, but maybe that was it. It's like a Michael Jackson world one. I what maybe it was We Are the World. It was kind of like that because I had the
Yeah.
undertones of it. Like the
Yeah.
video itself, they were talking about HIV, AIDS, and the time frame of when this was released was kind of like somewhat at the height of awareness of it. That was like a thing, you know. Um, but I don't know, they had such class and each one of them were just gorgeous. Their songs were sorry, my dogs are gonna bark. And I don't know, but it was sad that it had to end the way it did, you know? Like
Well,
the bitterness that comes with these groups sometimes really there's always one that gets ahead of themselves.
there's always a divide. And what sucks is like, you know, she did go on to have her own solo career, but she didn't, it didn't take off. It was not successful at all, even though she did have success as being like a guest vocalist on like, okay, Sporty Spice's amazing song, on her, on Sporty
That's true.
Spice's solo album, or when she got together with my favorite song, Not Tonight, you know, Lil Kim and
Mhm.
Missy Elliott, and you know that
Right.
song Ladies
Mhm.
Night.
Oh,
um
yeah. I
that's
forgot
the
about that.
jam.
Mhm.
And so she did good, but like people could not separate her from the group. And so
Mm-mm.
she did get back together with them, and like I guess they started recording their fourth album. And then she was also working on her whatchamacallit, her solo, a second solo album. Then, but
Mhm.
then she goes to Honduras and unfortunately dies in a
Yeah.
car crash. And what was so, did you ever see that special that was aired, I think on VH1, about the last days surrounding her life?
Mhm. I
It
did. Yes.
and when she was filming and then it catches the accident, it's so
Mhm.
sad. And
It's disturbing. It was
it was
very,
so,
very
and
like
she would, yeah, and she would go there a lot. I don't know
mhm.
what happened towards the last few years of her life.
Mhm.
Something happened and she
Yeah.
changed, and and that special showed it. It was like she was trying to search for something, and she would go to Honduras, was like her special like place.
And I know she had
Um,
a few run-ins with the law.
oh
Remember she
yeah.
had her boyfriend's house that
Yeah, she
she caught
burned
on
it to the
fire.
ground. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And I think that she was maybe, I don't know, like you said, there was something, and maybe she was running from it all and needed to escape. And that was maybe, they said she loved it there. And maybe that was like her
Yeah.
place. It's kind of like how Lenny Kravitz
Hawaii is
has the
yours.
Bahamas. Yeah, like mine
Yeah.
is Hawaii. You know, it's just
Exactly.
everybody has a place where they can just be at peace. But I think that compared to Chili and T-Boz, I think that she was the one that just couldn't she couldn't hide how she really felt or what she wanted, and that just caused a huge rift. And I just think they weren't down with that because I feel like they were really they wanted to go far. They didn't want it to end there. And they even tried. Remember when they came back and it was just both of them? This is after, I believe, Left Eye passed away, but they tried to make a comeback and stuff, and it just wasn't the same, you know?
Well, and also it didn't have to get that ugly. I mean, I think
No.
so. Do you remember when she like in the late 99 where she published a letter challenging T-Boz and Chili
Hmm.
to record their own solo albums and see who's did the best? And
Yes.
she called T-Boz a hater and or a player and Chili a
Hmm.
hater, and it was embarrassing. And
Oh, completely.
it was
Yeah.
like, wow, these are your sisters. And
Hmm.
but they continue to tour as a duo. They're still
Hmm.
involved, and I got to see them when they opened up for New Kids another time. I went to New Kids a lot, and they were there, and it was amazing. And
Same.
they never replaced her, which I think is great, even though they
Hmm.
did have a reality show where girls would try out. But I think we fans wouldn't be down with that. I think
No.
it wouldn't be right. So they are honoring her still as a duo.
Hmm.
And, we mentioned in our last episode with Toni Braxton and her money troubles,
Hmm.
the same thing happened in this case with the girls, that this was also covered in a movie that they put out like not that long ago, like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, about their they owed a lot of
Hmm.
money, and because
Yeah.
they didn't make
Hmm.
practically anything from like all their sales and all and their photos and everything. And if you look at their album covers, in one album they're wearing burlap sacks. What's
Hmm.
expensive about that?
Exactly. It's
And they even said that, they're like, what are we paying for here?
Yeah, it says some of it was due to Lisa Lopez's insurance payments arising from the arson incident and
Ah,
Watkins' medical bills, but the primary
ah.
reason being that the group received what they called a less favorable deal from uh, Pebby Tone. Is that
Oh,
Pebbles?
Pebbles. Yes. Pebbles like
Hmm.
was the one that discovered and signed them. And
Yeah.
then she was like, it was a big deal when they finally like cut ties, and she was so offended and hurt.
Hmm. Yeah,
Like, ooh,
exactly.
I forgot about that one.
Hmm.
Ooh, remember
Yeah.
girlfriend?
Mm-mm. And didn't she do
Do
was it
you want to ride in
Slide My
my
Mercedes boy?
Mercedes?
Yes. Stop it right now. Okay, sorry, my
Yeah.
mic went in and out. But what I really love about them is their first song, Baby, Baby, Baby. Is that what it's Baby,
I
Baby,
got so much
much
love
love
in
in me.
me.
That song reminds me of my childhood.
Hmm.
That song was such a feel-good song. Like,
Hmm.
even to this day, I could put it on and it literally, I could feel my body tumble, okay, through a tunnel down back to 1991 or
Seriously, you're
1990, whenever it was. It's just such a good song. And it's one that until I'm old and gray, if that were to come on the freaking radio, it would just make me so happy. It's just they were such a good group, and it's like you said, it's really sad that it had to come to this. And it's one of those things, like, there's always a bad apple in the bunch, and I don't want to call her a bad apple. I just think that I think they wanted big success, and I think they're honestly, it's a lesson. It's a lesson to be learned, and like we've seen time and time again with MC Hammer, with them, is that you have to be careful with your management. Like, I think
oof.
people are so eager to become famous and have a free, it's like when kids, in student council and they're going to become president and they're promising, we're going to get vending machines, we're going to get this. And I think when people are naive and say, "Oh, we're going to offer you a record deal and we're going to give you this, we're going to give you that." They just sign, 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 not realizing that half of their freaking money is going to everybody else and not to them. And then
Hmm.
they're the ones making it, because when you think of all the albums they sold, they should be set.
They really should. And
Mhm.
it's just it really makes you think now, huh, about those Ticketmaster sales. Although I don't think Taylor Swift is eating ramen.
No, I mean, not at all. But I think they say that Taylor Swift is one of the people that is probably the smartest in the industry on how she goes about making her money, because majority of all her money comes from her ticket sales. But the way she does it is different. Like I heard something to where like a certain amount of people that buy her CDs when it's first released is they get like first dibs on getting tickets to their her tours. So this way if you're an ultimate fan, she wants to make sure you're going to be able to get a ticket at one of her concerts. So she has a way to like, give back, but at the same time like she knows how to make that money. I
Hmm.
mean, you have to, nowadays, it's not like back then. You got to be smart with how you freaking, play your cards,
Yeah. So true, Neen. Oh
especially when
God.
it's not just you. Like these, and I think we'll see a pattern in a lot of these groups. Like, when it's more than one person in a group, it gets messy because there's always someone that thinks there's the star or they deserve more airtime,
Oh, there's always the ego.
Look at,
Always.
I'm just gonna go there. Look at Destiny's Child.
Ooh, let's go there because they came out in the late 90s.
They sure did. And I feel like whenever I hear Destiny's Child, I always think of high school.
Me too.
Uh-huh. Because they
Ladies, leave
were
your man
just,
at home.
okay, or you a bugaboo, a bugaboo.
Oh, I used to have that
Okay.
be a ringtone for someone. I won't say the name or the sex.
I love it. Oh my gosh. They are so originally, they were so Michelle Williams, Kelly
Oh my,
Rowland,
yes.
Beyonce, and then there was Latoya Tuckett.
Oh yeah, luck it.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Oh, I was just looking at and then there was a Farrah Franklin. I don't remember
Yes.
her.
She was
And
for a
then
hot minute.
okay, and then Latavia Robertson.
Yes. Yes.
Dang. Was there more?
No, that's it. Those
Okay,
are
that was it. Okay,
the
because I see other
extras.
names, I'm like, who are those? But and then it went from that many to just the three of them.
Correct.
And I want to say it's kind of this reminds me a little bit of NSYNC and how you had Michelle, Kelly, and Beyonce. They did great. Their first couple albums, they're on fire, they're blowing it up. But Beyonce was always at the freaking front and center,
But Neen, that voice and that talent, how could she not?
of
Regardless
course.
of who was managing them, because I know her dad was the manager and Tina
Hmm.
was like like I get it,
Yeah.
but there's no denying her voice,
Oh
especially
no.
live, especially her work ethic, especially the way we watched her. Me and Angel watched a documentary on her Coachella
Hmm.
prep. She had just had a baby, and then she
Hmm.
immediately starts dieting. She's our age. She
Yeah.
was born 2 days before you,
Hmm.
and it's like, huh? Like I don't think she's real. Like
Yeah.
I've seen her live, and I'm like, oh my
Hmm.
God. Like, okay, I get it. Like,
Hmm.
yes, there's a reason why she was the leader and had to become a solo artist. No hate to
Yeah.
Michelle or Kelly. I love me some Kelly Rowland, but
Hmm.
bye.
They don't have the star factor like Beyonce at
No. And
all.
even and I'm sorry, but that little in the Survivor song, a little riff between Kelly and Beyonce, sweetie, no, sit down.
Hmm.
Sit down. You're okay.
Yeah. Yes, I'm sorry. I had a little hiccup there. No, and there's no, honestly, when you look at them, there is no comparison at
Mm-mm.
all. I mean, and they've tried to have their own albums and they have. I believe one of them was it Kelly that had a gospel album or was it Michelle?
Michelle.
Michelle. And, and they've done okay in their own right, but there's no comparison to Beyonce
No.
at all.
Kelly has a great voice too, and she
Mhm.
had her solo album which I loved, and
Mhm.
she was amazing.
Mhm.
Hell, even Beyonce's sister Solange has her own
Mhm.
type of music out, and she's
Yeah.
great too, but like Beyonce is Beyonce. Like that's
Mhm.
why her name is Beyonce.
Yeah,
like
exactly. Yeah, and they started actually in 1990
yes.
and they were known as Girls Time. That was
Hmm.
their initial
Yeah.
group name and they
Spelled
originated in
Tyme.
right? I love it. And they're from Houston, Texas.
Hmm.
And I mean, gosh, they've freaking come a long way. When you look at their timeline of things that they've done, their albums, what year was it though that Beyonce went on her own. Was that after like we were out of high school, like after 99?
Yes. Yes, it
Okay.
was because they were still together in 2000 and with Survivor, that whole album and
Mm-hmm.
Cater to You. We were already like done.
That's right.
I think she broke out like 2000, late 2004, 2005, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, no, I mean, I love I mean, honestly, I can honestly say that I like Beyonce, but I don't listen to her music. Like she's not I mean, I'll listen to it on the radio,
Yeah.
but I'm not like a fan to where I go to her concerts or anything like that.
Right.
But I mean, when you look at just her mindset,
Mm,
I mean, her and Jay-Z have built a freaking empire,
mm.
and it's growing even more with her children.
Oh, I love Blue Ivy and the baby. But like also like what I love is that they establish scholarships
Mhm.
for people in college. Like
Mhm.
I
They give
we were
back
they do. They
big
give back
time.
with their money and they're very like they're just very royal, you know?
Mhm.
Like
Oh,
mm,
completely. Yeah, I would say like not that they're ones to because I want to say they're kind of like a modern day Jackson family. Not that they're like the Jacksons, because there's a lot of corrupt stuff going on with them. But when you think of Beyonce and Jay-Z and what they're building, it's similar to um the notoriety that the Jacksons had, like, but I feel like Beyonce and Jay-Z are doing way bigger things. And I love one thing I will give Beyonce and I love about her is how raw she is.
mhm.
That we all know the drama between, you know, Solange and Jay-Z in that elevator, like whatever went down there. Okay. Um, but she comes back with this album
Oh,
and
oh.
totally, you know, basically pours out her heart in her songs.
Neen, that album got me through my divorce. I
Mhm.
really wish that I would have said that on Fridays with Neen because
Mhm.
the entire album
Mhm.
got me through my divorce.
Yeah,
Like I
and
was
you're
like,
not the first person I've heard that from. It's like,
oh,
I mean, and I love how like she rolls them out like just by surprise. Oh, surprise. Beyonce just dropped an album last
mm,
night. What? You know? I mean, it's freaking amazing. I'm not the
she's a
hugest
queen.
Jay-Z fan.
Uh-huh.
I just don't I don't think he's attractive. I just don't think that I don't know. Something about him just doesn't I don't like him. I don't like him. And I feel like I would love to see her with someone like, I don't know. I don't know. Lenny Kravitz. I don't know. Someone really
Ooh,
attractive. And, I feel like she's so beautiful that she deserves someone really hot on her side. Not that I'm
yeah,
superficial, but it works. They've stood the test of time through all the stuff that they've gone through, so.
definitely, definitely.
But
Oh,
yeah.
that was good.
Hmm.
A person I would like to bring to the forefront is Aaliyah.
Oh.
She is, I want to say, one of my favorites, R&B. And
Hmm.
she, my God, I was in eighth grade. We were in eighth grade when she dropped AJ Nothing But a Number.
Hmm.
And just her style is very similar in terms of her style of dress. She was
Hmm.
13 years old, by the way, but she
Yeah.
looked and sounded like a woman of 21.
Hmm.
Absolutely beautiful. Her voice is one that is the only one, her and someone else that I will mention,
Hmm.
that I feel comfortable singing along. Like I pretend that I sound like
Aw.
her. I don't,
I
but like,
love
you know what I
it.
mean? Like I love singing my heart out to an Aaliyah
Hmm.
album. And actually today I was on Apple iTunes and her last album that was released before her death, the one that had Rock the Boat, the
Hmm.
whole album is on iTunes now. And I know that there was some drama with
Oh,
her music
wow.
being available on iTunes. So it never really was. It was just Rock the Boat and like Back and Forth, which was her first single. But
Mhm.
today, I don't know what made me go there, but like I went there and I was like, oh, let me download this real quick because I
Oh,
just have it on
shoot.
CD. So that was amazing. I don't know what happened there, but
Mhm.
she was
Huh.
just amazing. And yeah, we gotta go there. So
Mhm.
when she was 15 years old, because her mentor was R. Kelly.
Mhm.
R. Kelly was there. R. Kelly
Yeah.
is on the cover of her Age Ain't Nothing But a Number.
Mhm.
Mean, do I sound okay or am I too loud?
No, you're good.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
um the if you look at the album, it's her all cool with her Ray-Bans and bandana, and in the very background he's there. It's the creepiest album, and
Mhm.
he's in the back and forth video chilling, and he has a he says some stuff on there, he raps. And so they had a friendship, and behind her parents' back they got married and lied about her age on the certificate. He was 27 years old and she was 15, for
Mhm.
real. And her parents found out and they had it annulled.
Mhm.
And there was always questions and interviews. Like, it was more about her relationship with him at the beginning than it was about her music, which was like, okay. Like, she would
Mhm.
be interviewed by magazines and they'd be like, what do you guys do? Like, are you intimate with him? And la 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 la. She always denied it.
Mhm.
And told people not to believe what they hear and blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
Somehow she got pulled away from him completely. Then we stopped seeing them together, thank God, because that was creepy. And
Mhm.
then, like, as she got older, she started having like these hits on movies, like on hit
Mhm.
soundtracks. She started acting. um and she was a force to be reckoned with, for sure. And
Oh yeah.
I think she would have gone on to be still around, kind of like Mary J. Blige,
Oh, of
like
course. Yeah.
timeless. And
Mhm.
unfortunately, as you know, but maybe not everyone knows, in August of what, 2000 and not 2000,
2001.
2001. Yeah, so she was in,
Mhm.
was she in Hawaii? No, the Bahamas,
Bahamas.
filming the most beautiful music video ever that is painful to watch because you know what
Mhm.
happened. So like,
Yeah.
they filmed the video for Rock the Boat and they are done. They all board the plane, which was too small for the amount of people that were on it.
Mhm.
Okay. And unfortunately the plane crashes and everyone dies except for wasn't it true that the pilot or something, yeah, the pilot was not
Mhm.
approved to fly the plane.
Right.
He had a fake license or whatever you need to
Mhm.
fly a plane. And he was also
God.
high on cocaine and drunk off alcohol at the time. Did he
Ugh.
end up living?
Hmm. I remember something like that. Let's see. Because there was a lot of controversy in regards to that. Did
I think also, um, everyone was pressuring the person to take off, like
yeah,
to
because they
fly,
all
but
wanted to go.
they
So
needed to go, and then
it
he was like,
says
it's too
that,
crowded.
okay, so it says the aircraft crashed shortly after takeoff, about 200 feet, which really isn't that high, from the runway. Aaliyah and seven of the eight others on board were killed instantly, except Scott Gallen, Aaliyah's security guard. He survived the
Oh,
crash but died shortly after.
oh
So
God.
everybody, yeah, everybody
Okay, and it says that the
passed.
pilot did die.
Hmm.
And like, they apparently, and this might be too much, but like, she had went into shock and she had a weak heart. So like, because of the state of shock, she probably wouldn't have been able to recover. And also due to her injuries too. But so hopefully she died quickly.
It's so sad, like, because I feel like she had all these, she had I would say a handful of hits. She was pretty big, right? She had Are You That Somebody, One in a Million, Try Again, You Are Love. But I feel like this song would have taken her so far because this song,
Mm,
I don't know if it was because of the tone of the fact that this was right after she passed away, and you know how that is once people pass away, everybody hops on board and they want to like see things, hear things, and it just becomes something different, right?
hmm
But this song, I mean, to this day, Rock the Boat is one of my
hmm
favorite songs of
Me,
all time.
yep, exactly.
I
It was
mean,
so sensual, so
it
beautiful.
was. And she looked absolutely gorgeous in this video. And
Oh,
for me, honestly, I'm going to just say it. She wasn't, prior to this, I wasn't really a fan of Aaliyah. Like I
Really?
didn't yeah, I her songs were there, but I wasn't like a fan like but when I saw this video and how she looked and the song, I was like, "Okay, I really really like this vibe." But then she passed away. And I was like, I just feel like she was really finding herself because honestly, when I heard Aaliyah, all I really thought about was R. Kelly. And you're
Mm-hmm.
right, because when you would say her name at that time, that's all that people were mentioning was they got married. Then there was the rumor, I don't know, but people say it was true that she got pregnant and then
Yeah.
she had an abortion. Um, there's all these things. And the fact that it's weird that album, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, that was an eerie ass title to that album too, because it was
He
like, did R.
It
Kelly
was
tell
all
you to
him.
yeah,
Yes, it was all
to
him.
I'm like, what the hell? He is
And
so twisted.
and this that's when I actually love that song. And
Mhm.
when I'm singing it, I'm like, oh, what? Like it's the words. It's too much. She's a 13-year-old girl singing about come your body's calling me. Like she's
Mhm.
quoting. And it's like
Mm.
that's all his ass.
Yeah, yeah, it's so funny when we're younger, we don't realize certain things, until later on and you
Yeah.
dissect it, but anyways, okay, so my one of my favorites that I'm just gonna go out there and say would and you know what? I'm just gonna just say them real quick because it's not even like I can't say I like a lot of their songs, but it's one of those songs that I hear and I will always go back to the 90s
Oh my
is
God.
and you're probably gonna be that's not it, but it's it's
Oh.
Zayn.
Is it
Hey,
the
Mr. DJ.
everybody?
Yes. That song, for some
Don't
reason, when
do
I hear that song, it totally reminds me of my youth. Like it debuted in 1993. I really honestly don't know any other songs that they have. Do you? Like,
There's another one that was really popular back in the day.
okay, Sending My Love. I think that's what it
Um,
was. Groove Thing? No.
yes.
Is it groove? Yeah.
It's
Oh,
a
it's a
groove
groove thing.
thing. Yeah.
Is that the funk? Yes, exactly. So those two, but Hey Mr. DJ for some reason
Yeah.
reminds me of high school. And I remember I was over by Sloat Boulevard at the Petco there. And they literally had said, "This is the first time that this song is ever going to be dropping on the radio." Da 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 da. Da. Here it is. Da. And I heard it and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so amazing." The way they
The
harmonized.
harmonize.
Ah, fantastic. And, they were, yeah, I don't know. I just loved them. I just thought they were amazing.
I'm so glad you brought them up. I actually thought, well, I thought you were going to talk about SWV, but then I
Mhm.
thought, you know what song reminds me of us is
Mhm.
Delight, not Delight. Oh, Delight,
Oh, yeah,
but what was
uh-huh.
the other one? Groove
Oh,
Theory.
yes. Oh,
Tell
yeah,
me
because
if
she's on
you
my list.
want me
Yes.
to.
Oh, that song, oh, that song is timeless as well.
Hmm.
I mean, if it gets you in all your feels. And you know what it
Ish.
was? Is I loved some of just like the one hit wonders. And I know they had some maybe other hits, but there was just some that really defined us.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
songs like Hey Mr. DJ or Montel Jordan. I'm just gonna
This is
go there real
how we
quick
do
because
it.
yes, I'm sorry, but Montel Jordan was big. Big for us too, because we loved him like no
Wait,
other.
mean, I'm sorry, I'm distracted because I really love
My hair.
no, the cute you put the sign on a chair behind you. It looks so cute. It looks so cute.
It's so tiny, you can't even
I
see
know,
it.
I know, I know. I thought it was bigger.
No, 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 because usually I have it closer and you could see it, but my little stand broke.
Oh shit.
So I had it over on my other table and I was like,
Yeah.
what am I going to put this on? So,
It's so cute.
I'm creating a concoction to where it's going to be right here
Oh, I love
with
it.
some
You're so
strings.
creative.
So stay tuned. But for now, it's on that little chair.
Oh my God, you're
Uh,
adorable. Wait, so I have a question because
mhm.
I don't even know what time we pressed record,
Me
but do you
neither.
want to let's power through like how you just started doing because I
Mhm.
want to save I want to save some for our next episode that we need to
Of
spend more time
course.
on.
Mhm.
So I want to, so you said Montel Jordan, that was like,
Mhm.
hi, our youth, but
Mhm.
also I'm gonna take it there with some John B.
Ooh,
What?
shoot. Yeah, stop it right
Who?
now. John B.
Excuse me, someone to love? Who the hell does he think he is coming over here with that voice?
Okay, pretty girl.
Oh God. I love that man. He comes over to Yoshi's in Oakland. I
Okay,
miss it every time, but I will let
you
you
need
know.
to
We'll go
tell
on a
me.
double date and
Yes.
okay, and have some sushi and John B.
Yes. Oh my God, and ask Annie, because doesn't she like John B too?
Not really.
Okay, I'm not, and then I'm thinking of the wrong person because someone said that. So who cares? It'll just be us.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Or
Oh,
maybe she
John
made a
B.
side eye when we played it. Maybe that's why I'm thinking there was something that she did.
Probably because he's so
Uh,
cute. He's such a cute. Oh my God. They don't know when that was released in
mm,
97 and it is still
mm,
that is
mm.
still a song. He's just
Dang.
amazing. I want Angel to hear him live, but he
Mm-hmm.
was amazing. And then also SWV. I mean, we would be
Mm-hmm.
remiss to not mention them.
Tell
They're
me about it.
I
Oh.
mean, who doesn't like hear that dun dun, dun the beginning of Weep, and then you
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
start singing it, like come
I
on.
don't know. Just
Know
kidding.
what it is
Oh my God. But their voice is so distinct.
so distinct, and they
Oh.
were so big. They were so, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, they were formed in the late 80s, but
Yeah.
through 98.
Because
And
I
now,
remember them like in fifth or sixth grade.
definitely, that was
Mm-hmm.
huge. Just the way the lead singer, Coco, the way her voice was so powerful. And
Mm-hmm.
they redid the song Right Here was using Michael Jackson's Human Nature
Mm-hmm.
music. So that was cool. I'm so into you. You're the one.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're just
Yes.
so adorable. And they're touring again. They're touring with
Oh.
all these groups that got together over the summer in Vegas where
Mm-hmm.
Genuine fell. I think they were there too.
Oh, I
And
love it.
yeah, so they're still like they're hopping on that whole like everyone loves the 90s. So
I'm here
let's
for it.
all I am too. I can't wait
Mm-hmm.
to see who else is going to come, but they were amazing. They're from New York.
Mm.
They're still together, the original members, which is rare.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And do you have
Wow.
anyone that you want to wrap up
So,
with?
yes, I'm gonna just, there's a whole bunch, so I'm just gonna go with this one because I feel like they,
Wait, who'd you say? Because my I did something to my
oh, I haven't said
headphones.
anyone yet
Oh,
because I
good.
was trying to decide between two. So I'm just gonna go there and I am going to say Blackstreet.
Yes, thank you. Can
Mm-hmm.
I show you something?
Please
I
do.
found a mixtape someone made me in my desk when I was looking for some other chapstick. And on there it says Blackstreet.
Oh, fantastic. Oh my God, that needs to be framed.
I like the
Um,
way you work it. No
no
diggity.
diggity. Got to bag. Oh my gosh.
Bag it up.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that before I let you go. I mean, I don't know.
Oh,
They just they were sexy. They were had beautiful voices. They could harmonize like amazing. But No Diggity is like the song too that when you think of high school years, 1991 is when they started. They were just phenomenal. They were just that like you could dance to them.
you really could. They
Yeah.
were, and that was just like the theme for high school was no diggity.
Mhm.
But do you remember Don't Leave Me?
Ah, don't
Oh,
leave
don't
me,
leave me,
don't
girl.
leave me, girl. Oh.
I love how delayed we are.
I know. And even if we weren't, I'm horrible at harmonizing. So I'm always delayed. But it's fantastic. They are, yeah, you know. But you know what? I think that R&B is one of those genres where when they're a group, just like Boys and Men, there is no cheesiness involved. It is all it's business, sex appeal, um, talent, okay? And yeah, I'd go see them in concert right now.
Heck yes. Oh my
They're
God.
not the ones that sing
Yes.
Peach or what's
No, 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 no. Don't finish that sentence.
okay,
Don't,
okay,
because
they're
we're
not
gonna
the ones
lie.
that sing that though,
No, no,
right?
uh-uh.
Okay.
Put a pin in that.
I don't even know what the name of the song is. All I know is something about a peach.
Ah! Try to censor you.
Peach, peach, peach. I can't remember. But yeah, but they were good. I mean, do you have anything else to say with Blackstreet, or is there any other group that you want to say before we go?
Ooh, before I let you go, before I let you go.
Can I get a kiss tonight, baby? Is that
Oh,
it?
yes. Can I get a kiss? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You did it good.
Right?
Oh my gosh, you're
Yay.
adorable. No, I think this is a good place to stop because we have
Okay,
a
good.
lot more to talk about in the next
We do,
episode.
and damn, shoot, we haven't even touched the
No, we
surface.
have not. I'm loving this
Yeah,
series.
me too. Mm-mm-mm.
Loving
Well,
it.
and you know, you guys, like, I know you guys are shy about telling us things, but if you feel compelled, please DM us on our Instagram and let us know some, groups that you would like for us to mention that, I'm sure we still have a lot to go over, but maybe you have some favorites that you would like to hear about. So, and we're here for it.
We sure are. We are here. We're waiting. We're waiting
Hmm.
for you to chat with us. So
Hmm.
don't be shy and let us know your thoughts.
Okay, for real.
Mm. Oh, I heard
Yeah.
a knock.
Oh, yeah.
Is that
Sorry,
you?
that was me.
Yes.
Oh, but I know, right? But oh my gosh, yeah, this was fantastic stuff. Thank you so much.
Thank
I
thank you so much.
know. It's
Bay.
Friday, right, Bay? Hey, it's Friday, and I am
Oh,
happy.
I'm
So I know
happy.
you guys will be listening to this on a Wednesday, but you know what?
Yes,
It's hump day for y'all, and it's all downhill from now. So,
exactly. So,
mhm,
yes, but thank you for listening to our craziness. And I swear to
yes.
God, my sides hurt from laughing my ass off. Neen, thank you.
It's even funnier when is that a word? Funnier? More
Yes.
funny when you listen to it again.
Yes.
Oh God, but it's been real.
It's been real, real fun, Neen. Thank you so much. And I will figure out this whole mic sitch, hopefully.
Yeah, no,
But
it's you sound perfect. And when you listen back to the first couple minutes of the show, you'll see the difference of being super
huh?
close
Ooh.
versus back here. So
Okay.
it's just you're used to one way. So you did fantastic, and
Oh,
you
I love
sounded
you.
great. So and fantastic apparently is the word of the day. Ah,
Ah,
I keep saying it. I don't know why, but
you're adorable. Okay, you're wait, can you before we log off, can you please sing to everyone what you sang to me on text earlier today? Because that damn song was on my head.
what song was it
It
now?
was the oh, it wasn't R&B, that's for sure.
That's for sure. I was trying to think of what genre that was. Uh, can you believe it? No, wait. Can, what did I say?
Shit, it was so funny. Damn it, I should have been more prepared. I just totally
I know because when I say it, I actually said it. I didn't intend on singing it, but I couldn't
oh,
help. But the words just came out like someone came over me,
I
and it was just
love
like, what the hell?
I love communicating via song. So I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
life is a musical. So I understood
Shoot.
your message. It was loud and clear. So
Oh,
thank you. And
that's wonderful.
we're gonna tell you guys what that song was on the next episode.
Yes, exactly. It was an 80s one.
It sure
Oh
was.
wait. Um, don't worry.
Something about
Hold on.
flying.
It was dun 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 dun, dun. It's
Na, na,
time to
na,
come
na, na,
home.
na. Dun, 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 na, 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 na. Leave me alone.
Alone. But I don't even know the verse that I said.
That wait, that you were singing Billy Joel?
Is that Billy Joel?
Wait,
'Cause I'm not a fan of Billy Joel.
what?
Tony, I know. I can't. I don't know why. I don't know why I don't like
Wait,
Billy Joel.
did I? What?
I know. Mm,
Excuse
I know. I'm sorry.
listeners, if you're still there, she doesn't mean it. Just
Tony
kidding.
loves Billy
I
Joel,
do
and
too.
I just can't.
I feel like I just learned something new from how exciting is our friendship. We still have things to uncover about each
Right?
other.
I know. We're just like, I don't know, bag of tricks. You never know what we're gonna come up with. Ah, anyways,
But yes, she sang me a Billy Joel song, and I was so here for it on a Friday.
don't worry about. Okay, I'm gonna be prepared, and I'm gonna sing it next time.
I love it. Guys,
Okay.
next time you're going to hear her open with the
Yes,
song.
I'm gonna
So,
start off with it
yes, there will be no
exactly like I
hi.
did.
It's going to
No.
be Neen
Hmm.
singing
Yes.
unplugged. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Wear your earphones or earplugs
No, I love
because
your singing voice.
oh, it's catastrophic.
Oh my God.
Ugh, goodness.
Uh,
Mm-mm.
you're adorable. And on that note, catch you on the flip side, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Oh yeah, peace out, buddies.
Leave me alone.